afternoon. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
First off, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. My name is Marty Dolick. I'm with the Anderson Police Department. I've been with the Anderson Police Department coming up on 16 years. I've worked with dog coming up on 10. I was on the SWAT team for almost 7. And right now I'm with the Community Policing Division, also working at canines. Rico is in my truck. I'll get him out here in a minute so everybody can see him. He is my 3rd dog that I've worked with the Anderson Police Department. My first one was Fedor. We retired him. My 2nd dog was Kilo. And 4 years ago in 2012, we were involved in an incident where Kilo was shot in the line of duty and lost his life. I was present with him on that incident. He saved me so that I could be here. As you can tell, I have some new hardware out of the deal, but I've been blessed. I'm still working a dog. So, all is well. These dogs are a vital part of police work. They're with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They go places where we are scared to go. Don't think for 1 minute that I don't get scared doing this job. You tell me to go into a dark basement, it's going to scare me. You tell a dog, he doesn't hesitate. Those guys are completely loyal, and they're a valuable tool. We have 4 police canines at the Anderson Police Department, and we use every one of them. They're all dual purpose. What that means is they find narcotics. They also find people, not just bad people. They find children. They find elderly people. They find people. They can't distinguish between good or bad. They just know they're finding someone. If we are finding a lost person, a small child, or an elderly person, we do things a little bit different. With that being said, if we're looking for someone that's committed a violent crime, what that person does at the end of the track will determine whether or not they just get handcuffed or they get dog bit. I've been dog bit. It's not fun. I don't wish that upon anyone. However, there are some crimes, and people don't want to listen, that they get dog bit. That's on them. People think that these dogs are these big, mean, aggressive attack dogs. Not the case. I have a little girl at home. She's 2 years old. They play in the yard together. Does that look like a vicious dog? Any dog can bite. Any dog. So you have to always be careful. These dogs are not vicious animals. They do what they're supposed to when they're told to. However, just like any dog, they can have a bad day and make a mistake. You have to be careful. You have to trust and be around your dog and pay attention at all times. Does anyone know or have any idea how much one of these police dogs costs on average? How much? $1,000. Close, a little bit higher. $550? Higher.
$1,125.
All good guesses. The average cost is between $7,000 and $15,000. $7,000 to $15,000. If you buy a $7,000 dog, he'll chase a tennis ball, which is what Rico would do when I got it. You buy a $15,000 dog, it's been through everything, you just need to take the leash and go. When I got Rico, he would chase the tennis ball. 5 months later, he was completely certified. 2 days after we graduated the class, we chased some armed robbery suspects, found them. They didn't listen, got dog bit. So he learned well and he does well. We use these dogs a lot more often for narcotics location. What do you guys think if you get pulled over on the street, can we just get the dog out and run him around your car?
No.
Air's free, we're all breathing it, right? I can stop anybody and run that dog around your car because air's free. Now, I'm not going to walk up to your front door and let it smell your house. You own that property. But when you're driving on a public street, everybody can have that air, including Rico. Now, once Rico indicates on the car, is that probable cause? And then I open the door and let Rico in. What do you think he does when he finds narcotics? He hands it to me and we take it from him. These dogs will have what's called a change of behavior. Some will sit, some will lay down, some will bark. A change of behavior is anything out of the normal from that dog. If they're walking just plain and they stop because they're interested in something, is that a change of behavior?
Yes.
Absolutely is. In a perfect world, we like for them to sit or lay down. That's huge. I hope Rico's in a good mood today and he does that for you. If not, we're going to pretend he did good, right? Here's the great thing. After we're done doing the drug demonstration, we'll go off to the side somewhere. Parents, if you want to get pictures with your children, just be present. Let's get them up there. He'll have a tennis ball in his mouth. I'll have him beside me. All I ask is do not reach to grab the tennis ball because it's his, and he loves it. And we'll get some good pictures. Here's the great thing about these dogs. Do you think they know they're finding narcotics in people? What do you think they work so hard for?
Drink.
Tennis ball. They work nonstop all for a tennis ball. Don't you wish some people had drive like that? They have no idea that they're doing the job. They just know if they do it right, they get to play with this thing.
Okay, Little Miracles needs to get tennis balls.
That's it. Hey, before we get the dog out and get started, does anybody have any questions about canines, police work, anything? Yes. Will we get to pet the dog? Yes.
Do you get puppies from my papa? He sells black German shepherds and Boston.
We have not bought a puppy from your papa. Not yet. Rico came from Russia.
I heard that my papa would sell puppies to
That would be, the puppy pretty good.
my dad knows it.
Even better. Tell him thank you. What does it take to be a canine instructor? What you really need to be is involved in the canine program for several years, because I've been doing it for almost 10 and I still don't understand these dogs. You learn something new every day and then something different happens. And you got to try to figure that out. Here's the thing. All dogs, I don't care if they were born at your house, all dogs revert back to that pack mentality. And in the pack mentality, it all revolves around food, right? So, whenever I come to work, I don't feed Rico before we come to work. Because if he's got a full belly, why work, right? So we don't eat, well I do, but he doesn't, before we come to work. As soon as our shift is done, I carry some dog food in my truck, I feed him on the way home. He's put in a hard day, the reward is the food on the way home. It doesn't take long for them to start associating that I'm the pack leader. I'm dad because I provide the food for that pack. There's a pecking order. You want your dog to be a number 2. You're the number 1. You can have a 3-4, but just remember, he's 2, and you need to watch. At my household, my wife and children are 3 and 4. You have to remember that. That dog needs to know that they're 2, because 1 always feeds them and provides shelter for them. So these dogs, all dogs, it doesn't matter. Big, small, born on your front porch, or you buy them from overseas. They all go back to the pack mentality. And it all revolves around food.
How long does the dog stay in service?
How long does the dog stay in service? Fedor, my first dog, retired at 15 years old. He started when he was 1.5 years old. That's kind of unheard of. Normally, 8 to 12 years. Kilo was 8 whenever our incident happened. Rico will be 4 in November. I completely intend on getting 8 to 10 years, 12 years out of Rico in a perfect world. No sickness, no injury. 8 to 12 is about right, or average. Kilo, my second dog, came from another handler. Here's the great thing about dogs. It doesn't take them very long to realize, hey, the other guy feeds me. They can love someone within a couple days. Reminds me of my wife. No, I'm just kidding. It took about a week of feeding Kilo for him to realize, hey, I have a new dad. I like this guy. I'm going to work for him. So dogs can transfer pretty quickly and pretty easily as long as you provide them the food. You guys ready to see Rico work?
Yeah!
And then pictures?
Yeah!
Okay, let's do it. See how excited all over a ball, right? Hey. Ready? Ready, buddy? Ready? Ready? You ready to work? Take it. Ready to work? Does that look like a change of behavior? Yeah. You sit. Sit down. Yeah. That's a good throw. You see the change of behavior. He stopped sniffing around the car and locked up. He waited a minute to sit down. I think he was hoping somebody would throw him a hot dog. But this is Rico. Hey, off. Off. He loves his tennis balls. And that's all he works for is that tennis ball. He showed me that there was drugs in the front of the car. Detective Brizendine, we need to talk about that. Yeah, we need to talk about that. There was supposed to not be any drugs there. No, but it's that simple. Hey, off. If I get the dog out and run him around the car and he shows me that change of behavior, normally it's not at the front. I hid dope in the front because I'm not going to put him inside that car. Normally it'll be along the door seams because people's got drugs in the car. Open the door, I put him in, he shows me where it's at. Center console, under the seats, or if they've got it hidden really, really good. But he'll take me to source. And then from there I put him up, find what I need to, and we go from there. Do I have any questions about him before we start getting photos? The change of behavior is all on his own. When you start incorporating the smell of narcotics and the rewards, the tennis ball, they develop their own change, which most of the time is locking up, sitting down, laying down. They develop that change because they know that the reward's coming once they get that odor. Okay, for those who want to do photos, let's do a family at a time or one at a time. We'll move right over here in the grass, and you guys come up and get photos, and I'll put him up, and we'll go from there. Sound good?
Yes.
First off, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for coming out here. We are honored that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you.